with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we get two playoff hockey games. We get game 2 between Carolina and New York. And we get game 1 between Dallas, Colorado. We get 2 NBA games.
Yes.
We get a game 1 between the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we get game 1 between the Thunder and the Mavericks. There we go. We have that. And then we get a full baseball slate as well. So we got a decent show for you guys. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. And it was pretty simple for me. If the sport was called baseball, it won. If it wasn't, it lost. Clean 4-0 sweep in baseball yesterday. Phillies run line, winner. Detroit, Cleveland, first 5 under 4, winner. San Diego, Chicago, first 5 under 3.5, winner. Mets money line, winner. Freaking playoff games killed me. Florida -1. So much for showing up, right? That was incredibly frustrating. They were the better team, I think, for a good majority of that game. And Swayman just stood on his head. I don't expect that to continue. I will be betting Florida game 2. I will add some Florida live series. And yeah, so that's frustrating there for that. And then I don't know what that was in Denver last night. I do not know what that was. Denver
embarrassing.
First quarter, first half, full game. All of them lost. They get blown out. And I bet the city of Colorado or Denver is waiting for this hockey series to start because they're not looking at basketball at the moment.
It's over. It's over.
So, well, they're 5-point dogs for game number 3. We'll see what they do then. But yeah,
Nuggets getting swept confirmed.
Yeah. So yesterday, 4-0 in baseball, 0-4 in non-baseball. So went 4-4 down 0.2 units. So swept baseball just to have a slightly down unit day. So frustrating.
Yeah, baseball was perfect on the side as well with the under in the Philly game, Kansas City on the money line, and fading the Marlins again, which I had to lay -126, which is nothing compared to what I had to do today. Because the Dodgers are already up on the site, I had to take a -2.5 at even money. So it's the fade the Marlins every single day. It's what we're doing. I have to do it somehow, some way. NBA, I don't talk about the late game. Indiana covered the 6, which was nice to see. Probably should have won that game outright. Let's be honest, that wasn't an offensive foul at the end of the game. That was kind of rough to see. But and then Florida puck line loser, and then Man U lost 4-0. Ended up being a 4-3 day, up 0.94 units. So we'll see how it goes for today.
Yep.
We'll go ahead and jump into the chat, and then we'll go from there. Well, Nick, so much for Florida showing up.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Bruins money line. I
know
kind
Tim,
of
you like them.
I
don't know.
Well, no, I didn't bet the game, but I don't know. It just seemed like a weird series. Yo, what's up, Mr. Kryptonite? How about those hard NHL unders all over the weekend? There you go. Thumbs up. Florida was not the better team. Boston smashed.
If you looked at high danger chances and advanced analytics, they were. But I mean, just from looking at the scoreboard, the Bruins were the better team. They scored 5 goals and the Panthers scored 1. You dive down deeper, Swayman stole that game.
The Bruins are lucky to have Swayman, otherwise they would have been destroyed.
Yes, absolutely. If that was Olmark in net, we probably would be talking up the Florida up -1 or up 1.
There you go. Let's jump into the NHL to start off the day.
Yeah, we'll start off here with the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers. This line opened up with Carolina minus 120. Now we're seeing 118 with the Hurricanes. Line opened up at a 5.5 at plus 104. It's now it's not moved. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one here, we have this line opened up at a. Let's take a look here. We have cash flow. There we go. 67% tickets, 72% of the cash is on the Rangers. The line's moved slightly towards them. So finally some respect coming the way of the Rangers there. And 53% of the tickets and 56% of the cash is on the over, and the line's not really moved. Rangers lead the series 1-0. They win 4-3 in game one. And the story of game one was special teams. And it was purely dominated by the New York Rangers because there are 7 power plays, and all 7 went in the direction of the New York Rangers. They got 5 kills, and they scored 2 power play goals. Special teams and goaltending is going to be the difference in this series, and I give the edges to both those with the New York Rangers. Rangers have also kind of owned this Carolina Hurricanes team. They've won now 4 of the last 5 and 8 of the last 10 against the Carolina Hurricanes. And seeing them dogs again in New York is disrespectful. It's disrespectful. I get it. The Carolina Hurricanes are a good team. They are not a better team than the New York Rangers. The Rangers should not be dogs in this game. And guess what? I'm right back on New York in this game at even money. I'll look to bet Carolina in Carolina because they're a better home team. If you look at the home road dichotomy with the Carolina Hurricanes the last few years, especially under Rod Brindamore, their home record is impeccable. Their road record is very, very shaky. And I look for the home team to kind of dominate this series. The way my script for this series goes is the home team wins the first 5 before New York clinches in Carolina. That's kind of the way my thought process behind this series looks here. And I could see this game going over again. And I'm kind of interested in a Ranger team total as well. Maybe doubling down on them here because I could see their offense kind of click here. And stylistically, the Rangers, I think, will be good enough to be able to put up goals because one thing we've seen the Hurricanes struggle with is defensively since they lost Brett Pesce. And I could see them struggling more here defensively. I want to take a look what this team total is for the Rangers. 2.5 minus 120 on Pinnacle. I'm gonna find the best available number. I'm going to add the team total over 2.5 for the Rangers as well in this game, and see if I'm probably just going to head over to DraftKings for this one. Actually, I'm going to look at BetMGM then DraftKings. I know they have the flat numbers. But yeah, I'm going to probably take the 2.5 here with the New York Rangers team total over as well as the money line. I got that at even money.
I still kind of look towards Carolina. I have Carolina to win the series, and in order to do that, they have to steal a game in New York. These teams are very even. So it makes sense that it's a pick 'em or whatever it may be. Now, Carolina's probably going to be like minus 140, minus 150 at home versus the Rangers, which is going to be a little bit crazy to see against the President's Trophy winners. But I think Carolina splits the series with New York, at least the first 2 games in New York. And that's all that Carolina need. That's all they went into the series knowing, hey, they just got to steal 1 game, and then they get home ice advantage for the rest of the playoffs. As long as they defend home ice. I think Carolina takes it today. That's just me. But I also have Carolina futures. It's my only Eastern Conference future that I have left. The only Western Conference one I have left is the Dallas Stars. So we'll see how it goes.
I hope both those go by the wayside.
Yeah, I don't like money either. It's true.
Well, I have the opposite side.
So. Taking under 4.5 both games. There you go. Freddie has been playing better than Igor, and the Canes have to win win special teams battle. Canes money line, expect a bounce back.
Freddie's been playing better than Igor in what world? Please, no. Please explain to me how he's playing better than Igor right now. Please, I would love to know.
Dog day. Maybe. I hope Gensel saves the Canes straight up. We'll see. I do like the Canes tonight, but we'll see. Let's head to the second game, Nick.
Yeah, which maybe I'm looking at another double up here, money line and team total over. Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars. The Stars minus 125 favorites in this game with a total of 6.5. In this one, 6.5 now. We're starting to see with these games. And this line opened up at 6, and now we're seeing a 6.5. And this line opened up at a minus 120 for Dallas, and it's still a minus 120 for Dallas. So really no line movement here with the Stars in this game there. 64% of the tickets are on the Stars, 50% of the cash is on the Stars. So the sharp money coming in on the Avalanche, 89% of the tickets and 93% of the cash on the over on this one here. I took the Avalanche in this spot at plus 105, and I know this theory did not work yesterday with the Florida Panthers, but I'll take the team. I'll take the Avalanche coming in off of having some rest, being able to get healthier against a Dallas team that had to fight tooth and nail to survive against the Vegas Golden Knights in last series. So, and when you look at the way these two teams match up, Colorado's kind of had their number. They've won 4 of the last 5, and 7 of the last 10. 7 of the last 10 against them. 6 of the last 8 against Dallas. They've kind of had their number as well. I look for Colorado to play well. They've had no problem in Dallas as well. They've won 4 of the last 5 meetings in Dallas. So this is a Colorado team that has had no fear whatsoever. Colorado coming in off of that 5-game series win over the Winnipeg Jets, where they put up at least 5 goals per game against a Vezina Trophy winning goaltender. And on the flip side, Dallas, they kind of struggled at home in that last series. They lost the first 2 games at home against Vegas. So I could see them struggling here early in the series as well. I'm on Colorado, and I want to see what their team total over is as well, because I could see goals in this game. I look for goals early in the series, and as we get later into the series, we have a little bit more unders as the games get more important. I think I'd have to take a team total over 3, though, which I don't know how interested I am in that. I'm going to take a look at what it is. I lean towards that team total, but I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it.
Give me the Stars. This is and you could kind of look at this the same way or very similarly to the game last night. You have a Avalanche team that's nice and rested right now. Won a 5-game series. Had 6 days off, 5 days off, something of that nature. When was their last game? April 30th. So a week off. This is their first game in 8 days. Taking on a Dallas Stars team that just finished off a hard-fought series and have got 1 day off and then into the new series. Didn't seem to bother Boston last night. I think Dallas is the better team in this series.
There's also a big difference between playing the Vegas Golden Knights and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, Boston had a lot more. Boston-Toronto is a lot more heated of a rivalry. So yeah, I can imagine that it's a lot tougher to play Toronto. So
no, Toronto's a bunch of bitches. So
No. So I do lean Dallas in this series, and they're my last Western Conference future left. Give me the Stars tonight minus 125. Don't tell Sydney.
I'm getting the team total over 3 minus 125 with the Colorado Avalanche.
Good luck. I said he has to be better.
Oh, he has.
Freddie has to play better than Igor.
Did I read that wrong?
You did read that wrong. You're an
idiot. My bad.
Avs money line in the over. Nichushkin shots in the goal. McKinnon and Rantanen goals. And Makar and Nichushkin goals. Points. Sorry, 2 points. Let's head to the NBA, Nick.
Yeah. We have sorry, I was writing down stuff. So we have the Dallas, wrong game. Boston Celtics and Cleveland Cavaliers. Let me switch over to the NBA. This is game 1. And this, I mean, if you look at the series prop for this one here, it's hilarious. I think the Celtics are anywhere between 12-1 to 16-1 favorites in this series.
You took the Cavs plus 800.
Good luck. Yeah, this line opened up at a 10.5. It's up to a 12. So the lines moved towards these Boston Celtics, and this line opened up at a 210. It's a 211.5 now. So a move towards the over, a move towards the Celtics in this game here. Taking a look at the cash flow in the spot, see if it represents the line move here. where we have 52% of the tickets, 54% of the cash on the Celtics. The lines move towards them. And then we have 91% of the tickets and 93% of the cash on the over in this one as well. I have really no interest in this game. For me, maybe it's a look towards Boston first half type of situation here. I don't know how much I want to lay double digits in a playoff game. Even though I did that in the first round with the Celtics team, I think the Celtics are the only team I would have any type of confidence laying double digits in a playoff game. I know you think that the Cavaliers are live. I'm not on board with that, but good luck. I'm not betting this game, especially a team 39-5 at home this year.
Cleveland's going to steal one game from Boston in Boston the first 2 games of the series. I'll call that one now. Whether that's this game or next game, doesn't matter. I'm taking them. I'm going to be betting the Cavaliers every single game in the series. I said in the beginning, and I saw, and I mentioned during my playoff preview, saying that if there's a team in the Eastern Conference that can beat the Celtics, it's the Cavaliers. Now, I do have a little bit invested in the Cavs because I have the Cavaliers plus 800 to win the series now. I have them 18-1 to win the East and 33-1 to win the chip. So I do have a little bit invested in Cleveland. I think Cleveland can steal a couple in Boston, take care of home court. I got the Cavaliers. I got 11.5, and I got 490 on the money line. So I did sprinkle the money line on this one. Give me Cleveland in this game plus the points.
Good luck.
Celtics first quarter.
Not a bad look at all.
What's up, fellas? I took Boston team total over, even though I like Cleveland plus 12. That's fair.
So you like the over?
How about the Bruins? I kind of
get it. I know the Bruins won last night.
Over 2011.
Jeez, what are you expecting? 14 overtimes?
I'm going to say no to over 2011 points. 201 or 210? Yeah, maybe. 2,000.
Smart ass.
I'm messing with them.
I know you are.
Thoughts on Rangers and the over, and thoughts on Thunder's Mavericks.
I do like Rangers money line and team total over.
And for the Thunder Mavericks, we'll jump into the next game.
Yeah. Thunder minus 3.5 point favorites, total of 218.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have Oklahoma City opening up as 3.5. It's still 3.5. Line opening up at 216, and it's up to a 218.5. We have 78% of the tickets and 75% of the cash is on these Thunder, and the line not moving towards them. And then we have 92% of the tickets and 93% of cash on the over, and the line moving towards the over big time here in this spot. I really don't know if I have any interest in either of these basketball games today. I truly don't. And for me, I like the other side. I know you're on the Thunder for this series. I kind of think that the Mavericks are alive. Look head to head though. The Thunder have had their number 6-2 in the last 8 games between these two teams towards the Thunder. The Mavericks are coming in off of a 6-game series against the Clippers where they fell down 1-0 and won the next 4 or 5 games. The Thunder swept the Pelicans very impressively, and they covered in basically every game other than game 1.
2.
Covered
game 1. Sorry. Yes.
I'm not getting involved in any NBA today. If I would, it'd be Dallas and Boston. It'd be the opposite of you, but I'm not convicted enough to pull the trigger on either.
I am on the Thunder. Is this a little bit biased because I have an 80-1 ticket for the Thunder to win the championship? No. This is a Thunder team that's looked really, really good throughout this entire playoffs. And this is a Thunder team that just took care of New Orleans. Granted, no Zion. They're a little bit beat up, but they took care of business. On the opposite side, you have Dallas, who struggled in 6 games to beat a Kawhi-less Clippers team. Yeah, one of these teams looks in form. One of these teams does not. And I mentioned earlier in the year, and on my ticket backs it up, I like this Thunder team. I think they're a really solid squad. And at this point, It's kind of the team I'm rooting for to win the entire thing because the Nuggets are done. So I'm all over the Thunder today. I'll be on the Thunder pretty much every single game of this series. Give me them minus a 3.5 at home versus the Dallas Mavericks.
Good luck. I'm staying off this spot.
Kyrie over points. I could see it. Mavs money line. Nope. Mavs are definitely live to win the series. They are, but I don't think so. I don't think they do. Rangers money line. Avs money line.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Kyrie over points. Rangers are too strong for the Canes.
I agree.
Luka over 32.5 points. Yeah, I could see that. Cavs for me as well. Yes. Did the Mavericks really struggle against the Clippers? I wouldn't call that a struggle. They went 6 games against a team without their best player. Yeah, I think they struggled.
It wasn't a cakewalk.
It wasn't as easy as it was supposed to be for them. Give me the Mavs minus 3.5. And Bruins in regulation. You talking about tomorrow already?
Oh no, he was talking about last night.
Oh, I thought we were over all that stuff. We'll move on to the next thing.
Reminding me on how much money I lost on the Panthers last night.
Let's hop over to baseball now.
Yeah, baseball was actually fun yesterday. Perfect sweep. And we'll get it started here with a 3:37 game on a Tuesday. Love that. We have the Oakland Athletics and the Texas Rangers. Ross Stripling and Jose Urena. Forgot Urena even still pitches in the major leagues. Line opened up at a 121. It's now 122 for Texas. So a whopping 1 cent line movement towards the Texas Rangers. Line opened up at a 120. It's up to a 125 for the over 8. So let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 20% of the tickets and 46% of the cash is on the Athletics. So 80% of the tickets and 54% of the cash is on these Texas Rangers. Public loves the Rangers in this spot here, and I kind of disagree with them. And we have 70% of the tickets, 75% of the cash on the over in this one as well. I would like to see how much Urena has pitched this year. But Ross Stripling, I know he's
a bullpen pitcher.
Okay, so he's going to give us what, an inning?
Anywhere from 1 to 4 innings.
Okay. So we'll look at just Ross Stripling then, which 4.45 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, 7.54 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 1.91 walks per nine, a 3.05 BABIP before 3.43 FIP, and a 4.5 Sierra. Bullpen edge going towards the Oakland A's. Hitting edge going towards the Oakland A's. 104 WRC plus, which is 11th compared to 99, which is 14th. The Rangers came back and won last night. They were down 2-0, and they scored, 3 runs in the 8th? 4 runs in the 8th? 3 runs in the 8th, 1 in the 9th to win 4-2. I kind of see a bounce back game here for the Oakland Athletics in this spot, and I'm actually very interested in them here. I like Ross Stripling. He's somebody who I don't mind backing with this Oakland A's team. And I can get, I think, a decent number here on the Oakland A's, plus 105 over on DraftKings. I'm going to move on Oakland here in this one. Ride the wave for me.
Yeah, all right, cool. Because this is still a A's team that has been playing good baseball as of late. Yeah, they've lost 2 in a row, but I do like this A's team in general. Jose Urena, bullpen pitcher. So if there's a good time to do it now, and I feel like the line kind of tells you everything you need to know. The fact that the defending champions against Oakland, and Oakland's plus 101. That should tell you everything you need to know. I really do like the Oakland Athletics today. Let's ride the wave.
I think this is also, they're the home team, but maybe this is a good way to get your day started as well. The up 2 promo with the Oakland Athletics could be worth a look. I don't know who I'm doing with the up 2 promo yet. I generally want to look for a road dog when it comes to the up 2 promo, because they can give you 2 runs in the first inning, kind of like Miami did last night, which I think Miami could be the up 2 promo team today, potentially. Give me 2 runs in the first inning against Yamamoto, and cash a plus 2 something. So that could be an interesting look. But yeah, for me, just Oakland money line here, plus 105.
Right on. OKC for me as well. It's a young man's game. So yeah, I know. Nuggets next game. They're dead. I'm not worried about the Nuggets anymore. Rangers minus 1.5. Nope. I like the A's in the first 5. Rangers to win at the end. Don't say that. The Bruins are still plus 145. Would you still take the Bruins?
I like the Panthers. I'm going to be on the Panthers next game. I promise you I'll be on the Panthers next game.
I don't know what I'm doing next game. I like the Rangers and Stars today, both in regulation. I like the Stars.
I like the Rangers. I'm on the Avalanche big bet today. Avalanche are my big investment.
A's first 5 and first 5 under 4.5. There you go. I'll tell you, Nick, I'm already passing on this game.
Yeah. And by the way, I remember seeing one of the comments that I wanted to. I'm trying to remember what the comment was. The OKC one. You know what OKC got, right? What a pro wants. Sorry. Detroit Tigers and Cleveland Guardians. Your next matchup here. We have the Guardians as minus 125 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this one here. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. Line opened up at a 119. It got up to a 128 for Cleveland and went right back to a 119. So no line movement on the side. Line opened up at an 8 plus 105. It's now an 8.5 minus 120. So we have a half run line movement towards the over in this game. We do have 54% of tickets and 50% of cash on the under, be at this line moving towards the over, which is kind of interesting. I was on the under on this game last night, and it came through first 5, and we would have come through full game as well. 79% of tickets, 94% of cash on the Guardians in this one here. Kenta Maeda and Logan Allen. Maeda, 3.55 ERA, 1.07 whip, 7.11 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 2.13 walks per 9, a 2.25 BABIP, a 4.97 FIP, and a 4.06 ERA. On the flip side, Logan Allen, 6.39 ERA, 1.54 whip, 7.82 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 3.2 walks per 9, a 3.29 BABIP, a 5.16 FIP, and a 4.34 SIERA. And the bullpen edge does go towards the Guardians, and the hitting edge is none. Both these teams are 97 WRC plus versus left or right-handed pitching, depending on who they're facing today. This market is telling me we see runs in this baseball game. I want to take a look at what the weather is for this one, but I am interested in an over in this game. I think I'm interested in an over if I'm looking at anything in this game.
It's AL Central versus AL Central. I'm not going to get involved in this one. It would be a lean towards Cleveland, who's won now 3 in a row, and a Detroit Tigers team that just cannot get anything going right now. This is not anything I want to get involved though with. So once again, I don't really bet AL Central matchups, so pass for me. Nick, back to the chat.
Yeah, I'm going to shop around here real quick, and I'm going to grab it. I'm going to take the over 8.5 in this game with the Tigers and the Guardians. I was on the under yesterday. We're going to pivot on this one here. And you guys know how many overs I really do take in the MLB, and that's very, very rarely. Like I'm primarily under better in baseball. I'm starting to see 9s pop up. I see a 9 on Fanatics. So I'm going to grab this 8.5. Over -1 or at -115 on Bet365 in this game here. I'm gonna be on this. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in this over in this spot.
Sounds good. Indians money line. It would have to be a lean that way for me. Cleveland -1.5. Under 8.5 in the Guardians game. I could see that. Marcos, I'm skipping you today. I'm not dealing with it. Cleveland parlay.
That would pay out big.
I kind of like that.
If you're doing money lines on them.
Stop. Only me and Mo can do that. No, he can. Skipping that one as well, Marcos. I'm not dealing with it. Never mind. Nuke the Tigers today. Money line. Today, Cleveland pitchers sucks. There you go. What's up, my guys? Let's get those cash today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation. Subscribe and share. Timmy, you know the rest. You were right. That the series is over. Nuggets getting swept. Denver not losing in 4. Yeah, they are. But I do like that play again. Maeda is going to deal. No. New York barely beats I'm guessing Indy. That will go 7. I believe Indy should win. I think Indy wins that series too. OKC tonight, yes. Boston tonight, no. Cleveland can't hit right-handed pitching.
They're both 97 WRC plus, so they're both 3% below the average.
Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Cincinnati Reds. We have the Diamondbacks minus 125 road favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Two teams that I was kind of looking more to bet against this year than bet on. Take a look. We have road Zach Gallen taking on Frankie Montas. Line opened up at a minus 105 on both sides, and yet this line's moved about 21 cents in the direction of the Arizona Diamondbacks. This line opened up at a 9 at plus 100, and now we're seeing an 8.5 at minus 120 for this game here. So a move towards the under and a move towards Arizona. I'm kind of surprised to see this line move towards Arizona in this spot. And then we have 68% of the tickets and 90% of cash on the over or on the Diamondbacks. Never mind. I'm not surprised this line is moving towards the Diamondbacks now. And then we have 46% of the tickets and 59% of cash on the under. Sharp money coming on the under, suggesting that we see both these pitchers pitch well. And I can absolutely see it because both these pitchers really struggle. Both these teams are really struggling offensively this year against right-handed pitching. Because we have the Diamondbacks who are what was it? They're 26th in baseball in WRC plus. Let's get into it though. Zach Gallen, 4.71 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 11.17 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, a 1.71 walks per 9, a 357 BABIP, a 3.72 FIP, and a 3.83 SIERA. On the flip side, I need to take a look at how much Frankie Montas has pitched because I have him at a 9.39 ERA, which tells me he hasn't pitched much, and he probably gave up a couple runs in his first start or something like that. And my numbers are in the last 30 days. Frankie Montas has pitched twice in the last 30 days. And he got hit up. Okay, he got hit up in that time against Seattle. So that Seattle start really blew up his numbers. He didn't look good against the Brewers either. But they're projecting him to pitch well in this game. The markets are suggesting he pitches well in this game. And the Diamondbacks don't hit righties, and the Cincinnati Reds are not really hitting either here. Yeah. They're 67 WRC plus against righties, which is 28th in baseball. Neither of these teams are hitting well at all. So the bullpen edge goes towards Cincinnati. The hitting edge does go towards Arizona, but it's easy to have the hitting edge when the other team's hitting 67 WRC plus versus righties. I'm interested in an under in this game. A first 5 under, especially if you're giving me a 4.5 for a first 5 under here. I'm going to take a shot with that.
I kind of want to go Arizona. I still believe that this Cincinnati team is overrated.
I think the same about Arizona.
Yes, but I feel like it's just a little bit overvalued here. The fact that Arizona is favorited on the road against Cincinnati, it kind of tells me what I need to know in this game. I like Zach Gallen. I know he's not been as good on the road. He's actually got most of all of his good starts. 1 earned run at home compared to in 3 starts compared to 11 earned runs on the road in 3 starts. So yeah, he has not been as good at home on the road. But I kind of lean Arizona in this one. Is it enough for me to get to it? Probably not, but it is a lean that way.
Fair. Yeah. As for a side, I'm not really interested in either. I just like this under.
Thunder spread, yes. D-backs, Reds. Opinion on Angels first 5. Yes, I like the Angels today. Rays first 5. It's against the White Sox, right? Yeah, against Soroka with Eflin on the mound. Yeah, I could sign up for that. Guardians under, sure. Rangers over, sure. And the over in the Boston game. I kind of just like Boston, but we'll see how that goes. This is the 3rd time you've commented that, so good job.
Are you done? You want to bet?
Is the Avs and Stars game like the Bruins where rest didn't work in the Panthers? It could be.
It could be. I hope not.
It could be. We'll see. Let's go to this Angels game, and I actually really like this Angels game.
Yeah, We have the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Los Angeles Angels minus 135 for the Pirates, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look. We have Patrick Sandoval taking on Quinn Priester. Line opened up at a 136. It's down to a 126. We do have a move towards these halos in this game here. Line opened up at an 8 minus 120. It's down 8 at even money. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one. 83% of the tickets, 92% of the cash coming in on the Pirates, and the line dropping, increasing my interest in the Angels. 53% of tickets and 64% of the cash on the under, and the line moving towards the under in this game here. Taking a look at the cash flow or the pitching matchup here. Patrick Sandoval, 5.84 ERA, 1.62 WHIP, 10.58 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%. 4.38 walks per nine, a 382 BABIP, a 3.31 FIP, and a 3.85 Sierra. On the flip side, 3.31 ERA, 1.29 WHIP for Quinn Priester, 6.06 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 3.31 walks per nine, a 204 BABIP, a 6.89 FIP, and a 3.99 Sierra. I do see some positive regression coming in the way of the Angels, and maybe that's what the markets are seeing as well. Bullpen advantage does go towards the Buccos. The hitting advantage goes towards the Angels, 101 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 88, which is 20th. And this is increasing my I have interest here, and I think I'm going to move on first 5 money line with the Angels. I don't trust them full game. I'll look. I could see the Pirates winning this game full game, but seeing them at plus 115 range for the full game and seeing them at minus 110 for the first 5 tells me that the markets expect maybe the Pirates to take over late. So I can get minus 110 first 5 over on Bet365. I'm going to move on them there.
I like the Angels there. I know they were 1-9 in their last 10. Sandoval has been probably the more consistent piece in this Angels rotation. Now, he's going to give up anywhere from 2 to 3 earned runs. Besides the one game, he allowed 7 to Cincinnati. I don't see that happening against Pittsburgh. On the opposite side, you get Quinn Priester, who's had a couple of good starts, but the Pittsburgh Pirates don't win his starts. They are 0-3 in his starts, combined 15-1 in those starts. So they're not getting him any run support. And against Sandoval, I think that the Pittsburgh Pirates can get slowed down as well. I'm getting some plus money here. Around plus 115 with the LA Angels. So that's where I'm gonna be rolling here as I'm taking the Angels money line in this one.
There you go.
Did he say that was what you're on? I wasn't really paying
I'm on the Angels first 5.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was scrolling and looking at a couple of things on Twitter while you talk. So plus 118 Angels money line. Let's do it.
There you go.
Back to chat.
Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Sean, either one is first bet ever or put a lot on the Bruins. I'm going with I think the Avs will be okay in this situation. I agree. I like the Avalanche. I like the Avalanche to win the series. I have pretty significant bet on the Avalanche to win the series. So I like that, and I have futures on them there. Pass. Made my money yesterday, and the Pirates line tells me I should stay off this one. Yep. Leaning the under. Cannon. Okay. Actually, I didn't bet hockey yesterday. I usually stay off the NHL. Sure, bud. All right, we got fighting in the chat. There you go.
Make sure you all hit the like button too while you're at it.
We head to the next matchup here: the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Phillies minus 125 favorites, total 8 in this game here. Is this, other than the Atlanta Braves, is this the toughest opponent the Philadelphia Phillies has faced this year?
Probably.
Line opened up at a 128, it's down to a 119. So we have a move towards the Toronto Blue Jays. Line opened up at an 8, minus 115, it's down to an 8 at minus 110. The move towards the Blue Jays, move towards the under in this game here. 51% tickets, 59% of cash is on the under in this one. 88% of the tickets and 96% of cash is on the Phillies, with the line moving towards the Blue Jays, which is 100% piquing my interest in the Toronto Blue Jays in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, where we have Christopher Sanchez and Jose Barrios. Barrios, 1.14 ERA, 0.88 WHIP. He's been phenomenal to start the year. 6.54 strikeouts per nine, 19%. 2.56 walks per nine, and 200 BABIP, 200 BABIP, 3.66 FIP, and a 4.29 SIERA. On the flip side, Christopher Sanchez has actually been decent too. 3.7 ERA, 1.60 WHIP, 7.77 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%. 4.44 walks per nine, and 333 BABIP, a 3.44 FIP, and a 3.77 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Phillies in this game. Hitting edge going towards the Phillies in this game as well. 119 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 105, which is 11th. I have interest in the Toronto Blue Jays. I would like to cut this down, though. I do not want the full game with Toronto. I would like to back Berrios, and I would like to back this market movement. And I'm going to go for a first 5 here. I realize I've bet the first 5 games now. But I like these games. These games are popping out to me a little bit here. And seeing plus 108 in the first 5 innings with the Toronto Blue Jays over on FanDuel, I'm going to go over and head over to FanDuel, and I'm going to take that plus 108.
I don't. Once again, I will say I'm 2-0 in Blue Jay games this year. I do not bet Blue Jays games. Until how long? I believe this weekend coming up. Nope, next weekend. It looks like next weekend I'm going to be betting them. 13th, 14th, 15th. So next midweek, I will be betting the Orioles against them. That's the next time I'm betting a Blue Jays game. I don't bet Blue Jays games. I don't get them right, but rarely. But I'm going to stay off of this one. Do you like the Mets and Giants today? Mets with Jose Butto, I'm kind of all right with. I don't know about the Giants yet. I usually put my bets in the chat. I like it. First 5 under, leaning Blue Jays. O's, yes. Braves. No, I kind of lean Boston. Twins, fine. I have to figure out the rest of my MLB plays. What are we doing with this Miami game? It's minus 300.
It's going to be a Marlins play for me. Sorry.
On the site, it's Dodgers minus 2.5 because we are fading the Marlins every single day on the site, no matter what. I know Nick has his 300 trend. We don't do that every single day. I know Nick has his fade the Dodgers trend. We don't do that every single day on the site. I have my Orioles trend. I don't do that every single day on the site. So the only thing we do every single day on the site is the fade the Marlins, and that's what we're doing today. So I'm on the Marlins. Yes, Dodgers minus 2.5. And yeah, that's big, but it is what it is. Anyways, we'll head to this one where I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my thing.
Yeah. We have there we go. By the way, Toronto Blue Jays first 5 plus 108 last game. Baltimore Orioles and the Washington Nationals. We have Corbin Burns versus Trevor Williams in this game here. Line open up at a 190. It's up to a 205. So it looks like we're getting up towards that cash cow range there. With those, never mind. That's home favorites. Line opened up at an 8 minus 120. It's now an 8.5 minus 115. So we even moved towards the over and a move towards the Baltimore Orioles in this game here. We have 85% of the tickets and 94% of the cash is on the Orioles here in this one. We have 61% of the tickets and 50% of the cash on the under, with the line moving towards the over. So we have a rare situation where kind of like the public's on the under in this game here. Trevor Williams and Corbin Burns. Burns 2.73 ERA, 0.94 WHIP, 10.1 or 9.18, 8.19. Wow, 8.19 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%. 2.79 walks per nine at 192 BABIP, a 4.43 FIP, and a 3.71 SIERA. Trevor Williams has been really solid this year. 2.05 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 5.81 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%. 3.42 walks per nine at 289 BABIP, a 3 FIP, and a 4.75 SIERA. Bullpen edge towards the Orioles, hitting edge towards the Orioles, 105 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to 95, which is 20th. This will be a pass for me. I have no interest in this game. I would lean probably towards an over in this game if I had to bet anything, but it's no play.
All right, you have no interest. That means Baltimore goes up on the site. Baltimore Orioles every single day, grabbing their run line at minus the 115. Corbin Burns is the ace, but this is a This is an Orioles team that I've been backing every single day. I put it in the chat. Where is it? Day 35 of 162. We're taking the Orioles money line. The best line I found that at 195. Orioles run line. Best line I found that at minus 115. So far this year, I'm betting this trend, doing a unit or whatever on each play. Money line is plus 6.3 units, 23 and 11. The run line is 20 and 14, up 14.5 units. This trend so far has surpassed 20 units gained so far, and I think it's only going to get better from here. Let's keep on rolling with the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, good luck.
Back to Tenick.
Let's see. I like it, leaning first 5 under, and was leaning Blue Jays. Yep. Orioles minus 1.5. Oh wait, you already went over that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I watch every day and haven't seen any. Fair. Even to you, Sean. Good luck. Twins will tell you.
He posted his place. He's good.
Yeah. Good luck to you, Cannon. There we go. Everybody can be nice now.
Oh, I like it back when you're fighting. Thunder money line. Take minus the points. Don't lay the big money line. Anyways.
Yeah. Tampa Bay Rays and Chicago White Sox. We have the Rays minus 260 favorites in here. 260 for this Tampa Bay Rays team this year is just as unappealing gets. This line opened up at a 240 or 220. It's up to a 243. So maybe this is cash cow range. I need to see if the line's moving towards the big home favorite. I just need to see if the public's on them. Line opened up at an 8 minus 120. It's up to an 8, or it's down to an 8 minus 101. And let's see, we do have the public on them as well. 92% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the Tampa Bay Rays. So we have a public home favorite up in the 200s range with the line moving towards them. This is cash cow. This is cash cow material right here, I think. And 69% of tickets, 69% of cash on the over in this one here, with the line moving towards the under, which is interesting as well. We have Zach Eflin and Michael Soroka. Soroka has been terrible this year. 7.25 ERA, 1.70 WHIP, 5.64 strikeouts per 9, which is 13%. 6.45 walks per 9, a 2.46 BABIP, a 7.09 FIP, and a 6.08 Sierra. On the flip side, Zach Eflin, 3.72 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, 8.07 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%. 0.62 walks per 9, a 3.33 BABIP, a 2.91 FIP, and a 3.32 Sierra. The bullpen, both of the bullpens stuck, and the hitting advantage goes towards the Rays, 102 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 76, which is 27th. And I know I started off by saying that the Rays at this price is as unappealing gets, but I'm going to end up moving on this run line because I have a feeling this is one of the better trends in baseball that I've seen the last couple of years, and it's the big public home favorites with the line moving towards them and things on and the public on and things along those lines. I have a feeling we're going to see this as a cash cow play, and I'm gonna take them here. It's over on Fanatics minus 110 on Bet365. Getting a slightly better number on Bet365 minus 110 with the Rays run line in this game.
Yeah, Rays run line. I'm on there with you. Michael Soroka has been awful. This is a really, really bad White Sox team. You've seen so far Michael Soroka's games. The White Sox are 1-6 in his games. And then 5 of the losses were by run lines. So I do think that you got a Rays team that is building off a little bit of momentum. 4 straight wins after sweeping the Mets and beating the White Sox last night 8-2. Eflin at home has always been a beast. You know I like my boy Eflin. He's had a couple of rough starts, but those were on the road. Whenever he's home, he's pretty solid. He's had, besides his one ugly start opening day, or his opening start at home this year, only 2 starts, but 12 2/3 innings of 1 earned run. So I think he has another solid game here. Rays run line, I was able to get it at minus 109. So sign me up for a little bit of Rays action here.
I like it.
Supness. What's up, Lex? Let's keep rolling through these games.
Yeah, we have this is the marquee matchup of the day right here. We get the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros. We have the Astros opening up as minus 109 favorites. Now we're seeing the Yankees as minus 117 favorites in this game here. Line opened up at a 7.5, and it's gone from a 7.5 up to an 8, up to an 8.5. So a full run line movement towards the over, suggesting that Verlander does not have a fun day today. And then a move towards the Yankees, a dog to favorite move towards the New York Yankees in this spot here. And we are 3 days away for me with Astro futures. And I can see why the line's moving towards the Yankees. 80% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on the Yankees in this spot. 61% of the tickets and 59% of the cash on the over in this game. The line moving towards the over in this one here. We have Verlander and Luis Gil. Verlander has started off well, but it looks like his numbers suggest we could see some negative aggression from him. 2.08 ERA, 1.15 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per nine, 19%, 3.63 walks per nine, a 239 BABIP, a 4.36 FIP, and a 4.81 SIERA. On the flip side, Luis Gil, 3.42 ERA, 1.25 whip, 11.62 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%. 5.81 walks per nine, a 241 BABIP, a 3.61 FIP, and a 4.05 SIERA. Bullpen edge slightly goes towards the Astros as of late. Their bullpen's gotten better. And the hitting edge does go towards the Yankees, though much significant there. 120 WRC plus, which is 4th against righties, compared to the Astros 98, which is 16th against righties. For me, it's Yankees or nothing. And I'm not betting this game. It's just, for me, I don't see as much of an edge. I think this line's kind of telling maybe a little bit that potentially the Astros can be live. And I see why the line is moving the way it has. So it's a pass for me. It's a lean towards the Yankees or nothing, but they're just a slight bit too public for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay off from this game. We just saw. Oh well, we didn't just see opening weekend. We saw the Yankees 4-game sweep the Astros. I know a lot that'll be very fresh in a lot of people's minds from that. This will be the last time they play each other for the rest of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they already played each other opening weekend. Now they play each other now.
Fair, yeah. Only 2 series. Yeah.
But I don't know. This is an Astros team that just seems broken. Currently 10 games under 500. They are starting to get healthy, which is going to help them out.
And their division still sucks.
But this is still an Astros team that just seems broken right now. I think the Astros are lucky to get a game in this series. They just seem broken. Until they prove to me otherwise, I can't back them. But I'm not. I feel like this line might be a little bit trappy here, so I'm just going to stay off of the team.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. And when you go over the chat, I'm gonna write down what the numbers are right now, and then I'll come back to these after this. Because when I wrote down the date for the Astros futures, I knew the last team they were playing before it was the Yankees. So I'm going to look at futures here and see what the numbers are for 4 different futures.
I'm late. 5 profitable days in a row. Feeling great. Total turnaround from how MLB started. Nice. Astros do seem broken. They do seem kind of broken.
They are hurt.
Yes, they are hurt. We'll jump into this game, Nick, which I have a little bit of interest in.
Yeah. Also, they've played the toughest strength of schedule in baseball so far, which is why and when you look at after this Yankee series, I think they have a bottom 4 remaining strength of schedule for the rest of the season. Like they got all their tough games out of the way early, and now they lost a bunch of them because they were hurt, but now they're getting healthier with an easier strength of schedule. I think the Astros turn it around, and I will look for what the futures are going to be on them once when Tim breaks down this game. After I break down this game, the Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox. In this one here, if I can find this game there we go. Ronaldo Lopez and Cutter Crawford, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at a 189 for the 169 for the Braves. It's up to a 183. Line opened up at a 9 and even money. It's down to an 8.5 and minus 115. So a slight move towards the under, half a run there. With 61% of the tickets and 54% of cash is on the over. The line moving towards the under is definitely appealing there. 89% of the tickets, 81% of cash is on the Braves, with the line moving towards said Braves in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Ronaldo Lopez has been awesome this year, and so is Cutter Crawford. 1.83 ERA, 1.14 whip, 8.65 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%, 3.15 walks per 9, a 271 BABIP, a 2.74 FIP, and a 4.03 Sierra. On the flip side, Ronaldo Lopez, a 1.5 ERA, a 1 whip, 9.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%, 3 walks per 9, a 250 BABIP, a 307 FIP, and a 3.39 Sierra. Hitting edge, our bullpen edge goes actually towards the Red Sox in this game, and the hitting edge goes towards the Red Sox as well. 105 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 88, which is 25th. I think Ronaldo Lopez can slow down this Red Sox offense, though. And one thing I want to also look at here is what the weather is going to look like in Boston for this game. Because I'm interested in the under in this spot. I'm interested in a first 5 under line move towards the under. The public's on the over. They're inviting more over money by making it more appealing. The wind's blowing anywhere between 4 to 7 miles an hour towards the third base side. So from right to left. I'm interested in this first 5 under between the Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox.
I like the Boston Red Sox in this one. Keep in mind, this is also the Atlanta Braves' first game back after a 6-game out west road trip where they lost the series to Seattle and got swept by the Dodgers. They had a 1-5 road trip.
Ouch.
So this is a Braves team that's kind of looks semi-human right now,
which is nice.
Yeah. Now, I do like Cutter Crawford. He's been one of the solid arms so far this year. 7 earned runs in 40 innings. So I do like him. Ronaldo Lopez has been one of those guys that's just popped up from the minors and just been eating innings and pitching really well for the Braves like we normally see. I like the Red Sox here. I can get some nice plus money with them. I'm backing Cutter Crawford, who's been phenomenal, and kind of fading the Braves in a kind of a rough spot. Now, it could be a decent bounce back spot for him after a really rough road trip, but coming back from the West, I think it's going to take a game for them to get back into it. But give me the Red Sox here. That's some nice plus money.
Yeah, I'm looking at this first 5 under, which I'm getting a 4.5 minus 110 on ESPN bet. I'm going to move on that.
Thunder to win game 1 in the series, boosted at MGM plus 225. I like it. Get it. Red Sox payout, too big not to take when the Braves have lost a lot in the last 10 games. Yes. All right, Nick, let's head to a team that I really like. Well, 2 teams I really like.
Yeah, we have the Milwaukee Brewers and the Kansas City Royals. We have the Royals minus 125 favorites, total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, there we go. Seth Lugo and Colin Ray, your pitching matchup. This line opened up at a minus 124 down to a minus 121. So we've had a move towards Milwaukee. This line opened up at an 8.5 minus 125. It's now 9 at minus 113. Move towards the over, move towards Milwaukee. 77% of the tickets and 93% of the cash is on the Royals. We get this line's moving towards the Brewers, which actually makes the Brewers very appealing. 50% of the tickets and 57% of the cash on the over, with the line moving towards set over. All right. Was it moving towards the over? Yes, it moved towards the over. Yep. And we have Colin Ray, who is going to give you, 4 or 5 innings probably, 2.83 ERA, 1.19 whip, 6.59 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%, 2.83 walks per 9, a 233 BABIP, a 5 FIP, and a 4.53 Sierra. On the flip side, Seth Lugo's looked really good in the starting role. Like I'm very interested to see how good he is in the starting role right now. Unfortunately, the Mets would never give him a starting role, but that's beyond the point. 1.95 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, 6.68 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 2.23 walks per 9, a 239 BABIP, a 3.61 FIP, and a 4.33 Sierra. Hitting edge, or bullpen edge going towards the Brewers, and hitting edge going towards the Brewers, 121 WRC plus, which is 3rd against righties compared to 96, which is 19th. So for me in this game, it would be a lean towards the Brewers if I had to take a side, but it is a no play for me.
Come on, Nick. It's Seth Lugo Day.
Yeah, and the public's love. No, the market-wise, this is Brewers or nothing for me. Sorry.
You're good. I like Kansas City in this game. I don't let the market really talk me off of a lot of things. Seth Lugo has looked fantastic this year. And when it comes to it, I like betting pitchers that has pitched well. How about 8 earned runs in 45 innings? That's been a very, very solid pitcher for the Kansas City Royals right now. And I want to continue to back them. The Royals are, 4-2, 5-2 in the starts? 5-2 in his starts. Only losses are to Minnesota and to Baltimore. Not bad losses. So I do like Seth Lugo. I think he pitches a very solid game today. Now, I have futures on both these teams to win the division, so I'll say that. But I do like the Royals in this one at home at a small price.
Fair. Yeah, I'm trying to see futures. I'm trying to see if I can find the to make playoffs, but it looks like there's some pretty juicy options with the Astros right now. And the crazy thing with the Astros is because I'm looking at, there's still, when you look at to win the American League, how many teams do you think are above them to win the American League, odds wise?
Nobody.
To win the American League,
2.
Yes, 2 teams.
Yankees and Baltimore.
Yep, those are the only 2 teams above them, because they're Astros plus 550, and then to win the World Series, there are 4 teams above them. The Astros, who are 10 games below 500, are the same odds as the Philadelphia Phillies to win the World Series, and the only teams in front of them are the Dodgers at 3-1, Braves at 350, Orioles at 750, Yankees at 750, and then the Astros at 11-1. I'm going to love these futures when I bet them. The only thing I can't find is playoff futures, things. But I'm not going to be concerned over playoff stuff. So I'll probably just take them to win the division plus 350, plus 550 to win the AL, 11-1 to win the World Series in 3 days.
Fair enough. Back to the chat. I like Lugo a lot. He has made me good money, but no play. Only good team Lugo has faced when he was against the Orioles. I think he got hit. It was one of the few games that he did get hit, yes. Let's keep on rolling, Nick. And I know we talked about this game pregame, and I like what you're looking at.
Yeah, we have the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. The Cubbies minus 160 favorites, total of 9 in this game. This 9, you know what that tells you? This game's an over. I'm seeing 8.5s a little bit too. 8.5 minus 120. It's up to 126. I don't know what lines did you type these games up from, Tim? Just curious about it. Okay. Line up at about 143. It's up to a 162. So we have a move towards the Cubbies. We have a move towards the over in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here. See if I'm assuming. Yeah, we got 73% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the Cubbies. The line moving towards them. So I'm fine with that. 69% of the tickets and 67% of the cash on the over. The line moving towards it. And I would like to go Cubbies minus 1 and over. That's my two things here. And you guys know my theory behind Cubbies games. I think I'm just going to keep not blindly betting it this way, but if it makes sense, keep betting it this way. If it is an 8.5 or higher, I'm going to bet overs in Cub home games. If it's an 8 or lower, I'm going to bet first 5 unders in Cub home games. And for this game, I love Shota Magana. He's been absolutely awesome. And I'm going to try to find the best available number here for a -1 line, which is looking like Bet365 has that. Minus 150 and plus 135, which is going to give me a pretty decent -1 line. Minus 150 and plus 135 will give me minus 106 for the Cubs -1. And I'm going to look for an 8.5 as well, which is also on Bet365. At minus 125 for the over, 8.5.
If I were to pick a Cy Young Award winner for the National League right now, Shota Magana. How about 3 earned runs in 34 2/3 innings pitched, allowing only 22 hits and 35 strikeouts. 35 strikeouts to 4 walks. Oh, forgot to mention, the Cubs are undefeated in the starts, and he's only not covered the run line once, and that was his last start, 1-0 against the Mets. And that was the game against who pitched in the Mets that game? Jose Butto. This is a Cubs team I really like. Padres team I'm not big on. And a Magana that I think actually shuts down the Padres today. Sign me up. Cubs run line at plus 135.
I like it.
Back to China real quick.
Yeah. Let's see. We don't have any chat. On to the next game here, the Seattle Mariners and the Minnesota Twins. The Twins minus 145 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this, or the line history in this one here between Bailey Ober and Emerson Hancock. Line opened up at a 133. It's up to a 143 with the Minnesota Twins. Line opened up 8 minus 110. It's now an 8 at minus 120. Move towards the over. A move towards the Twins. 84% of tickets, 95% of the cash is on the Twins. Line moving towards them. 68% of the tickets and 65% of tickets, 68% of cash. It's on the under in this game with the line, I believe, if I remember right, saying it moved towards the over in this one here. So I want to make sure this is an over. Yeah, it's moved towards the over. Public's on the under a little bit here with the 65% tickets, 68% cash on the under. Line moving up. Definitely has my interest in an over right off the rip. Emerson Hancock, 4.68 ERA, 1.36 whip, 7.92 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 2.88 walks per nine, a 3.01 BABIP, a 4.55 FIP, and a 4.15 SIERA. On the other side, Bailey Ober, 2.37 ERA, 0.76 whip, 8.01 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 1.78 walks per nine, a 2.08 BABIP, a 2.39 FIP, and a 3.65 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Minnesota Twins, and the hitting edge going towards the Minnesota Twins. 110 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to 105, which is 9th. So both these teams are above average against left-handed pitching there for them. So I do see an over in this game. I think I want to move on this over in this spot, which I'm going to shop around, try to find the best number, and I'm going to bet that over. So I'm going to go for an over in this game.
One thing I can never do right now? Bet an over in a Seattle game.
I know not a lot of people don't want to.
They have not gone over. Wowzers. Since April 21st in the second game of a doubleheader in Coors Field. That's the last time that they've gone over a total. 7-25-2 to the under this year. I personally, I'm going to be on Seattle again. I still believe that the Seattle team has the best rotation in baseball. Hancock has been great, and Bailey Ober has been good as well. Not gonna shut him down. He's coming off of a start. They allowed 4 earned runs to the White Sox. They still won that game. I still lean Seattle. I have Seattle to win the division. I think they keep on rolling, and I would lean actually more towards an under in this game. I know I mentioned their under stats. It's because they have elite pitching. And it's because their offense has been almost non-existent. So for me, I like the Seattle Mariners in this game. Thanks for your time. Of course, real deal. Let's get it. 3 more games left, Nick, and we get our Mets.
Yeah, I'm still trying to put in these freaking bets from the last 2 games. But yeah, the New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals minus 115 favorites, total 8.5. The market told you yesterday Sean Manaea was going to pitch decently well. He did, and the Mets got the win. Line opened up at a 121. It's still a 121. Line opened up at an 8.5, 8 even money. It's now an 8.5 minus 119. So it moved towards the over and no move on the side here for this game. We have Miles Mikolas and Jose Butto, your pitching matchup here. 66% of the tickets, 70% of the cash is on the over. The line moving towards it. 58% of the tickets are on the Cardinals, but 53% of the cash on the Mets in this game as well. Jose Butto has been pretty good. 2.86 ERA, 1.09 whip, 10.23 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 4.5 walks per nine, a 2.24 BABIP, a 3.97 FIP, and a 3.91 SIERA. On the flip side, Miles Mikolas, 5.53 ERA, 1.53 whip, 6.51 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 1.3 walks per nine, a 3.10 BABIP, a 4.7 FIP, and a 4.08 SIERA. Hitting advantage going towards the Mets. All right, bullpen advantage goes towards the Mets. Hitting advantage goes towards the Mets as well. 115 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 89, which is 24th. So we have the market kind of telling that the Mets are live in this game. We have a hitting advantage, pitching advantage, bullpen advantage, all going towards the Mets. Line not moving, but the bigger bets coming in are more tickets coming in on the Cardinals, telling me that they're not really worried about the Cardinal money there. Which all points to me taking a shot at the New York Mets again. I've been on them a lot, but the market's been liking the Mets a lot this year, I've noticed. And they've been okay-ish, not great, obviously. but I'm getting plus 105. It looks like here with the New York Mets. Take a shot with them over on Bet365.
I kind of lean Mets in this one too. Jose Butto has been one of the best arms for the Mets so far this year, and that's crazy to say. He is coming off of he did see St. Louis recently, 5 2/3 innings, 4 earned runs, 17 outs, so 4 strikeouts, and I think this could be a good bounce back spot for him. And I don't like Miles McCollum, who has been really rough this year, 24 earned runs in 38 innings. We'll grab the Mets here, backing Jose Butto, who's been a little bit of a nice cash cow for us so far this year, because the Mets are they're only 3-2 to start, but that's right, he had a big win against the Dodgers that kind of boosted that one up. Sign me up for a little bit of Jose Butto action with the New York Mets.
There you go. This was over on DraftKings. DraftKings was going to be the best number on that game. I had to move around a couple bucks in between different books there, so now I'm finally back in business and was able to bet the ones on Bet365.
Morning, gentlemen. Mets money line, sure, and we're not talking about that untouchable. 2 games left, Nick.
Yeah, we had to Coors Field, San Francisco Giants and the Colorado Rockies in this one here. The Giants minus 160 favorites with a total of 10 in this game. So let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have where is this game? There we go. Kyle Harrison and Dakota Hudson. Your pitching matchup, minus 150 was the opening line here for the Giants, and now we're seeing 154. Line opened up in 11 and went down to a 10.5, and now we're seeing 10s pop up here. So we have a full run down from the original opening line. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one, 81% of the tickets, 98% of the cash on the over on the Giants in this game. We have 55% of the tickets are on the under, but 56% of cash on the over in this game here. Dakota Hudson and Kyle Harrison. Kyle Harrison's been decent this year, 3.33 ERA, 1.26 whip, 9.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%, 2.33 walks per 9, a 3.42 BABIP, a 2.97 FIP, and a 3.38 SIERA. On the flip side, Dakota Hudson, 7.20 ERA, 1.80 whip, 5.76 strikeouts per 9, which is 13%, 5.4 walks per 9, a 3.21 BABIP, a 5.35 FIP, and a 5.21 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Giants, hitting advantage going towards the Giants as well, 98 WRC plus, which is 17th, compared to 79, which is 22nd. And looking at this spot for me here in this game, I have no interest in this one at all. This is probably one of the ones that, when I looked at the card, had really not much going in this game for me, and this will be a simple pass.
I agree. I'm not really interested in going after anything Colorado. I mean, if you're going after Colorado, it's got to be at home, but man, have they sucked this year. 8-26, which we've expected them to suck. They are coming off of a 6-game out east road trip, I should say, because they're Colorado. I forgot you got to go out east. Against Kyle Harrison and the Giants, who are they're coming off of out east performance as well. This could be Colorado. This could be a Colorado spot. Just because you got a San Francisco team that just came off of getting swept by the Phillies, which in a 4-game series, and then had to fly out to Colorado. So playing 4 games in a row in Philly and then flying out to Colorado playing the next day, definitely a tricky spot. I think it's a Colorado spot. I think I might pull the trigger on the Colorado Rockies here, looking at the situational spot here. Yes, I know Colorado has been awful. I kind of leaning that way.
Fair.
Rangers and the under, Avs and the over tonight.
I like the Rangers team total over, but I can see them winning 4-1, 3-1.
Colorado first 5, if anything. Fair. Final game of the day, Nick, and I know we've already I already put it up on the site because we fade the Marlins every single day.
Yeah, I hate what I'm about to do in this game, but let's get into it here. And it's not really much of a breakdown for me here in this game. We have 2 teams I'm looking to bet against, and then I have a system that overrides everything. So that I've been betting the last 3 years. So I'm not going to override my system just because I don't like it. Line opened up at 315 on Bet Online. It's down to a 285, but we're seeing minus 300s on all the books that I bet on. The only one I don't see, because the way my minus 300 fade works is I need at least 4 to 5 of my books to be showing a minus 300 on the team. And the books I use are Bet365, Caesars, DraftKings, ESPN, Bet Fanatics, FanDuel, BetMGM. And they're holding 300, 325, 300, 298 DraftKings. So if you like the Dodgers, there's your best available money line, 298, 305, and 300. So unfortunately, this is going to be the first time and hopefully the only time I have to bet the freaking Marlins today. And here's the thing, though. As much as I don't like the Marlins, I would like to keep betting against the Marlins, if there's ever a pitcher that I'm okay taking a minus 300 fade with, it's Edward Cabrera. I was surprised that Edward Cabrera had this number next to him. And I get it. It's the Dodgers, and it's Yamamoto, and blah, blah, blah. Cool. I'm going to be on the first 5 in full game with the Marlins in this game here. I don't like it, but for me, this is a system that's been profitable the last, I think, 3 years that I've been betting it. No team in baseball should be minus 300 favorites against anybody. And I'm going to stick to that here. I'm going to be on the Miami Marlins in this game. First 5, I'm getting plus 230, full game plus 250.
We've faded the Marlins every single day on the site, so that's what we did today. I was not laying a minus 150 on a run line. So minus 2.5 was even money, and I was able to find it there. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm not trying to make anything crazy. It's constantly just fading the Marlins. That's been very, very profitable for us this year. So Dodger minus 2.5. I never lay 2.5 runs. We never bet the Dodgers, but for the Marlins fade, we got to do it.
Yeah. Good luck. I hate this game, and I'm going to not watch it at all.
Philly run line. I could see Philly run line today. Over. I could see the over. Is it wrong to put DK on the Marlins for money line up too early? No, not at all. I could easily see the Marlins putting up 2 runs in the top of the first and then losing 12-2.
Oh, DK up 2 promo on the Marlins. I think as much as I don't – the Marlins, and I think there's one other team that I had circled that I would take that with. There's 3 teams. 3 teams
White Sox?
That fall under – that I actually bet that would fall under it. Marlins, Mets, and Blue Jays. Road dogs that can get you a couple runs early. Those are the ones I would look at.
Right on. And then you also like the Nerfy in the Baltimore game, Seattle game, and LA game. I don't bet Nerfies. Good luck to you. That is all the games for today. We'll go ahead and do a quick recap before I head on out. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check all links in the description below. Normally they're above next head, but it's YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. All those are linked down below. We post on them every single day on all those platforms. And if you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. That's where you get all the plays that we put up on the picksandparleys.net website. I'll be putting it up in a couple minutes once Nick puts up the hockey plays. And you guys will get all of the MLB, NHL, NBA, and college baseball for today. So make sure you guys are, if you're interested, jump in on that. Bunch of plus money in college baseball. Let's get it. Recap for today. I'm against Nick in hockey, but Nick will end up putting up the plays against me. I'm probably going to get I have the Canes and Stars futures. I like them tonight. Cavs and Thunder for me in the NBA. Oakland, LA, the Angels. Baltimore, run line. Rays, run line. Boston, Kansas City, Seattle, Mets. And I pulled the trigger on Colorado, and then the Dodgers on the minus 2.5. Nick?
Yep. And the 2 hockey plays are up. So there you go. Hockey, for me, I doubled up on both games tonight. I actually really like both these games. I really like both these teams. And I think they're getting disrespected being plus money. Maybe not as much Colorado because they're on the road. But there's no reason the Rangers should be plus money at home. At all. At all. I'm on the Rangers even money. I'm on the Rangers team total over 2.5 minus 130. I am on the Colorado Avalanche money line plus 108 on FanDuel, and team total over 3 minus 125 on BetMGM. By the way, BetMGM for the even money on the Rangers, and the team total over 2.5 minus 130 on DraftKings. In NBA, nothing appealed to me today. I leaned Boston and I leaned Mavericks, but I didn't bet either. I didn't have the conviction enough to go ahead and bet it. So apparently we just disagree with each other on every playoff game today. Cool. Luckily we agree on baseball. Oakland A's for money line plus 105 DraftKings. Detroit Cleveland over 8.5 minus 115 bet 365. LA Angels first 5 money line minus 110 bet 365. Toronto Blue Jays first 5 plus 108 FanDuel. First 5 under 4.5 minus 110 bet 365. Arizona Cincinnati. Tampa Bay Rays minus 1.5 minus 110 bet 365. Boston Atlanta first 5 under 4.5 minus 110 ESPN bet. Seattle Minnesota over 8 minus 115 DraftKings. The Chicago Cubs minus 1 minus 106 bet 365. Chicago Cubs San Diego Padres over 8.5 minus 125 bet 365. New York Mets money line plus 105 bet 365, and then ending it off with the Marlins for the first time this year, and hopefully the only time this year. The only time I'm betting the Marlins this year is minus 300 fades. It's the only time. I promise you that. Plus 230 first 5 BetMGM, full game plus 250 ESPN bet. And when it comes to that as well, there's one pitcher I really don't mind with the minus 300 fades, and that's Edward Cabrera. I'm shocked that they gave us the minus 300 fade on him. So that's where I'm going for this game. I hate the Marlins in this spot, but minus 300 fade.
Let's do it. That's going to do it for everything on this ESB show. We'll thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, let's go Pirates against Duke today in baseball.
Yeah.